morning, students. Today we are going to start the topic of Ampere circuital law. The Ampere circuital law, the statement of an Ampere circuital law is the statement of the Ampere circuital law is the line integral of a magnetic field over a closed loop is equal to the mu naught times of a current I. Okay, the line integral of a magnetic field over a closed loop is equal to the mu naught times of the current enclosed area. Now here we are considering a closed loop in which the magnetic field, in the presence of a magnetic field, we are considering a plain closed loop. It is having a surface S and C is a bounded. Where C is made up of number of small elements. Means number of small elements is that is dl. So number of small element dl. After combining all the length of the circumference of a circle is becomes total L here. Okay. Now write the statement. The statement of a Ampere circuital law is the line integral of magnetic field. The line integral of magnetic field. The line integral of magnetic field over a closed loop is equal to the mu naught times of the current enclosed area. Okay, the statement of Ampere circuital law is the line integral of a magnetic field over a closed loop is equal to the mu naught times of the current enclosed area. Okay. Now here we are considering a closed loop and the current I is passing through it. It is having a surface S and boundary C here. Now when we are considering a small elements means dl, the sum of the small elements that becomes total length L here, and when the boundary of the loop is taken as a circle, this one. When the boundary of the loop is taken as a circle, therefore the circumference of a circle L is equal to 2 pi r. When we take a boundary of the circle, C is a length, means when we take a boundary of the circle as a circumference of a circle, that is L is equal to 2 pi r. 2 pi r is the circumference of a circle here. Now, by using the expression of a Ampere circuital law, okay. Now, B is a constant, take outside B. Closed integration of dl is equal to mu naught times of I, with B is as it is, and differentiation and integration get cancelled, where L as it is equal to mu naught times of a I. We know the value of L, that is L is equal to 2 pi r, circumference of a circle, means B into 2 pi r is equal to mu naught into I, that is B is equal to mu naught into I divided by 2 pi r. It is the magnetic field of a circumference in the presence of a magnet. It is the magnetic field by using a Ampere circuital law. Okay. Next, we have the Ampere circuital law holds good for a steady current. Mu naught is a permeability, I is the current, R is the radius here. Radius means is if we are considering a circumference of a circle, it is having a radius R. That R is the radius, B is a magnetic field here. The magnetic field is Ampere's law is holds good for a steady current. Means the Ampere circuital law only holds good for steady currents, but it does not change with the fluctuation of a time. Means it is only with a current, steady current, but it does not change with the fluctuation of a time here. Okay, it is about Ampere circuital law. Next, we have an expression for a magnetic field at a point due to a long straight conductor using Ampere circuital law. By using Ampere circuital law, expression for magnetic field, expression for magnetic field, expression for magnetic field at a point due to a long straight conductor using Ampere circuital law. Okay. By using Ampere circuital law, we are finding it by using Ampere circuital law, but with a long straight conductor, we have to find the magnetic field here. Okay. Now consider a long straight conductor in which the current I is passing through it. Now consider a long straight conductor. The current I is passing through it. Okay. Now consider any one point on the circle at point P. It is placed at a distance of R from the center of the circle or from the conductor. Now the total length of the circle is L here. When we consider a small length means it is dl. Now we are considering a small length dl here. Small length dl. Okay, and it is having a magnetic field B here. Okay, what we have to find? We have to find the magnetic field at a point P with by using a long straight conductor in the presence of an Ampere circuital law here. Okay, now consider a long straight conductor. Consider a long straight conductor carrying a current I let P be a point and placed at a distance of R from the center of the circle here. Now the small length of the circle is dl is a small line placed at a loop of a P here, and the magnetic field B due to a current. This one is the magnetic field due to a current. The current is passing through it. Now, by using Ampere circuital law, means we have the expression of an Ampere circuital law, that is the line integral of a magnetic field over a closed loop is equal to the mu naught times of a current enclosed here. Okay, by using this expression, we have to find the magnetic field at a point P with using of a long conductor in the presence of a by using a Ampere circuital law here. Okay, the line integral of a magnetic field over a closed loop is equal to the mu naught times of a current enclosed here. Okay, now we know the we know the formula. Vector A dot vector B is equal to AB cos theta. Okay. Now it is in the form of vector A dot vector B. When you write this one in the form of formula, that is derivation of A means B here, B means DL and cos theta equal to mu naught times of a current I, as it is B is constant. Okay, integration of dl into cos theta is equal to mu naught times of a current I here. Okay, now the cos theta value is, what is theta value? Now we are having the current is moving in this direction and the magnetic field also same direction, means both are parallel to each other, both current and magnetic field are parallel to each other. When they both are parallel to each other means the force theta, there is no angles are produced here. When they are perpendicular means the angle will be produced here. Here both current and magnetic field are both in the parallel, both are in the same direction, is parallel. There is no angle formed. That means the theta value is equal to 0 here. Okay. B into integration of closed integral of dl cos of 0, that is mu naught times of a current I here. Now B into, we know the value of cos 0. Cos 0 value is 1. That is B into closed integral of dl is equal to mu naught times of a current I. Cos 0 value is 1 here. And now integrate this one. B as it is, differentiation integration get cancelled. B into L is equal to mu naught into I. We know that L is the length of a circle, means circumference of a circle. That circumference of a circle is equal to the L is equal to 2 pi r. We are taking B into 2 pi r is equal to mu naught times of current I. That is B is equal to mu naught into I divided by 2 pi r. This is the magnetic field at a point P due to a long straight conductor by using a Ampere circuital law. Equation 1, equation 2. Therefore, equation 2 is expression for magnetic field at a point due to a long straight conductor using Ampere circuital law. This is the expression for a magnetic field by using Ampere circuital law. Okay. Next, we are having a solenoid and toroid. What is solenoid? Solenoid is an wire. Sorry. Solenoid is an arrangement in which it is arranged in the form of. Solenoid is an arrangement of a wire in the form of a helix like this. This is the arrangement of a solenoid. Solenoid is an arrangement in the form of. Solenoid is an arrangement in which the wire is arranged in the form of helix formation. Here, the length of the solenoid is larger as compared. Length of the solenoid is larger as compared to the diameter of the helix. This one. This is the diameter of a helix. The current is moves from south to north here. Okay. The solenoid is an arrangement of a wire in the form of helix. The length of the helix is larger as compared to the diameter of the helix. The current is moves from south to north pole here. The direction is like this. This is the direction of a current. It moves from south to north pole here. In which we have to find the magnetic field at the center of the solenoid. In the presence of a closed loop, we have to find the magnetic field here. Magnetic field. Magnetic field at the center of the solenoid. At the center of the solenoid. Okay, the current is moves in this direction, means from south to north pole here. Let the solenoid having a N turns. This one is when the wire is forming a helical spring. Helix means like this. It is having a N number of turns here. That is known as capital N. And small n, here we are considering a turn density. Small here having a density of a turn. This turn density is considered as a small n, means the total number of small n is the turn density, which is defined as the number of turns per unit length, where the solenoid forms a more number of helix spring here, helix formation in the wound shape, means the wire is wound in the form of helix here. Small n is the number of density, in which the number of density is defined as the number of turns per unit length. Here we are having a number of turns is a n number of turns is equal to n. Then turn density small n is defined as the number of turns per unit length, that is small n is equal to n divided by l here. It is a small turn density. Now, in which see we have to find the magnetic field at the center of a solenoid. Okay. Now, the current is moving in a closed loop, means it forms a like this. Okay. In the presence of a magnetic field, we have to find the at the center of the magnetic field. We have to find the magnetic field at the center here. Now here we are considering a rectangular closed surface or closed Amperian loop. It is named as PQRT. It is named as PQRT. PQRT is an rectangular Amperian loop. Now it is having a length L. This one is the magnetic field. Okay. What we have to find? By using a Amperian loop PQRT, we have to find the magnetic field here. This for your understanding, I drawn before that. Now, to find the magnetic field at the center of the magnetic field, what we have to do? Here we are taking a closed loop PQRT, in which the current is moving in the direction of from P to Q, Q to R, R to T, T to P here. When the current is moving in the direction of from P to Q, firstly we have to take a magnetic field along a PQ. The current is flowing in this direction, it is having a length L. Again we have to take a magnetic field along a QR. Next we have to take a RT. Next similarly same TP here. Okay. After taking all the direction of the current, we have to find the total net magnetic field due to a closed loop. Therefore total the net magnetic field over a closed loop PQRT is given by to find the total net magnetic field, we have to take a integral of B dl equal to over a closed loop, means we have to take P to Q, Q to R, R to T, T to P here. Okay. Along a PQ, that is B into dl. Next plus along a QR, that is B dot dl, plus along a RT, that is magnetic field into dl here. Next plus along a TP, that is B into dl. Okay. This is the equation to find the total net magnetic field over a closed loop PQRT here. Now, first consider one by one. First we are taking integration of closed integral of B dot dl can be written as closed integral of B into dl into cos theta, where B comes outside, integration of dl cos theta value here along a PQ. The current is moving in this direction, it is having a length L. the both current and magnetic field are in the same direction. When both current and magnetic field are parallel to each other, there is no angles are found here. When there is no angles are found, means the theta value is equal to 0 here. Therefore, theta equal to 0. dl into cos of 0 value 1, that is b into integration of dl cos of 0 value is equal to 1 here. Okay. Next, differentiation, integration get cancel, remaining term is b into l here. Otherwise, you can write with this one. b into integration of dl. Consider this one as equation 1. Now it is equation 2 here. Equation 2. Next, in the same way, we have to find along QR, RT and TP here. Next, for second one, along PQ is completed. Next, along QR. Along QR, the line integral of a magnetic field is equal to the same, that is QR closed curve b into dl into cos theta. Here b comes outside along QR, that is dl into cos theta value is 90 degree. How it is 90 means, see here, first the current is moves in the direction of PQ, next the current is moving in the direction of QR, means it is the direction of a current. We are having a magnetic field in this direction, means both current and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other. When both current and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other, means theta value is equal to 90 degree. When theta value is equal to 90 degree, means cos 90 degree value is equal to cos 90 is 0. That is dl into cos of 90 value is 0. The whole term becomes 0 here along QR. Okay, this one is equation 3. Now, next, from equation, next, along RT, closed integral of RT is equal to vector b dot dl is equal to b into dl into cos theta. Here, see here, the current is moving in the direction from R to T. Okay, current is moving in this direction and the magnetic field is opposite to that of the current, means there is no magnetic field is produced. Okay, there is no magnetic field is produced, means magnetic field B is equal to 0. Why it is not produced, means it is moving, the current is moving in the direction of RT. Here no magnetic field is produced. We are having a magnetic field in the direction of T to R here. That's why the B value is equal to 0. When B value is equal to 0 means the whole term equal to 0. That is integration of RT to B dot dl is equal to 0, because B term is equal to 0. This is equation 4. Okay, next, fourth one, integration of RT, next TP, B dot dl equal to closed integral of B into dl into cos theta. Okay, now See here, when the current is moving from T to P, the magnetic field is perpendicular to the current, and the both magnetic field and current are perpendicular to each other, means theta value is equal to 90 degree. When theta value is equal to 90 degree means cos 90 degree value is 0 here. When cos of 90 degree value is 0 means the whole term becomes 0 here. Okay. Why it is 0 means cos 90 value is 0. How it is 90 means the direction of current from T to P is perpendicular to the magnetic field. That's why theta is equal to 0. The whole term becomes 0 is equation 5. Okay. Now put equation 2, 3, 4 and 5. Put equation 3, 4, 5 and 2. Put 2, 3, 4, 5 equation in equation 1 means the value of magnetic field along PQ, QR, RT and TP. That is, after putting the values of magnetic field along QR, PQ, QR, RT and TP. Now, firstly we have along PQ. Along PQ, the magnetic field is B of a closed integral of dl plus along QR is equal to 0 here plus along RT we are having a value 0 from equation 4. Next along TP we are having a value 0 from equation 5. Means after adding them, here we are finding a total. Here we are finding a net magnetic field due to a closed loop here. Means the closed loop along PQRT is equal to B into closed integral of dl here. Okay. Now consider this one as equation 6. This is for your understanding. I am writing here PQRT. This is equation 6. Okay. We know the Ampere circuit law, expression of an Ampere circuit law or equation of an Ampere circuit law. That is closed integral of a magnetic field. The line integral of a magnetic field over a closed loop is equal to the mu naught times of a current I enclosed here. Here mu naught is the permeability, I is the total current. That is mu naught into total current. Okay. Here the total current having it along a closed loop, along a n number of circles here forms a solenoid forms a wounded in the form of a helix. Means the total current is along a number of turns and current. Means the total current is taken as a number of turns into current. Okay, that is mu naught into, starting only we say that the solenoid is a arrangement of a wire. It forms a helical spring. Means it is having a number of turns. That number of turns is represented by n here. Here we are having a number of turns, that is n into current I as it is. Okay. Next, This is integration of d dot dl is equal to mu naught into n into I. This one is equation 7. Okay. Now compare equation 6 and 7. Compare equation 6 and 7. We get what we get after comparing equation 6 and 7. Both sides having a same, that is b into closed integral of dl is equal to mu naught into n into I. After integrating, after solving the integral here, we get a b into l here. Differentiation and integration get cancelled. That is bl is equal to mu naught into n divided by I. That is b is equal to, we are taking l on this side, means mu naught into I into n divided by l. b is equal to mu naught into I into small n. Otherwise b is equal to n into mu naught into I here. What is n means? It is a current density. Sorry, it is a turn density. Starting only we said, I said that turn density small n is equal to n divided by l. Number of turns per unit length. Here we are having a n divided by l, means number of turns per unit length. In the place of n divided by l, we are taking a small n. Okay, this one is equation 8. Now, equation 8 is the equation 8 is for magnetic field, of a inside of the solenoid. Inside of a solenoid. Okay. This is about solenoid and the magnetic field of a solenoid at the center. Okay. Solenoid is an arrangement of a wire in the form of helix. The length of the solenoid is larger as compared to the diameter of the solenoid. Again, by considering a closed loop PQRT in the presence of magnetic field, we find the magnetic field of a solenoid at the magnetic field of a solenoid. The equation is B is equal to N into mu naught into I. Otherwise, you can say that B is equal to mu naught into I into N. N is the turn density, mu naught is the permeability, I is the current. Okay. Next, we are having a toroid. What is toroid? Toroid means it is an endless of a solenoid. An endless of a solenoid is called a toroid. What is solenoid? Solenoid is an arrangement of a wire in the form of a helix. It is having a end here. It is moves from south to north. Okay, now the toroid means it is an endless of a solenoid is known as a toroid. It is having a two radius, that is R1 inner radius and another one is R2, that is outer radius, where the magnetic field is formed in between the current and a toroid here. See, the current is moving in this direction. The current is moving in this direction. When the current is flowing through it, the magnetic field is produced inside the toroid and current here. In the presence of a toroid and current, let I be the current flowing through a toroid due to a magnetic field produced in between the radian and amperian lobe. We know the circumference of a circle, that is first a hollow circle, and we know the circumference of a circle, that circumference of a circle is equal to circumference of a circle is equal to 2 pi r, and we are having a n number of turns. That n number of turns means n turn density. The turn density small n is equal to number of turns divided by per unit length. Number of turns divided by per unit length means we have to find the magnetic field due to a current loop here, closed loop. This one is the closed loop in which the toroid means it is an endless of a solenoid. The current is flowing through it. It is having a inner radius r1 and outer radius r2. Then the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. It is having a n number of turns, that is turn density is equal to capital N divided by L here. Okay. To find the magnetic field, the net magnetic field due to a closed loop. Therefore, the net magnetic field due to a closed loop is the net magnetic field due to a closed loop. We know the equation, that is closed integral of vector b dot dl is equal to closed integral of b into dl into cos theta. Okay, b into dl. Here we have to find the theta value. What is theta here? Cos theta value is 0 here. Okay. When the circumference of a number of turns are formed here, there is no perpendicular to the magnetic field, means theta value is 0. That is cos of 0 is equal to 1 here. That is b into integration of dl. Theta value is 0, and that is b into, when you integrate this one, dl. L is the circumference of a circle, that is 2 pi r. 2 pi r into b. Integration of closed integral of b dot dl is equal to. Okay. This one, to find the net magnetic field due to a closed loop in the presence of it. The magnetic field produced in between here only. Therefore, the inside of the magnetic field is equal to 0. Here inside the magnetic field is 0 and the outside of the magnetic field is 0. Here the magnetic field produced only between these two radii, that is R1 and R2. Now, this is the magnetic field here. This is only we have to find the net magnetic field around a closed loop, that is integration of closed integral of b dot dl is equal to 2 pi r into t. In the presence of it, by using a Ampere circuital law, we know the Ampere circuital law expression, that is dot dl is equal to mu naught into total current R, that is mu naught into total current. Total current can be written as number of turns into current. Number of turns into current. Okay. we have a number mu naught as it is, number of turns as capital N into current as I here. It is closed integral of vector B dot dl is equal to mu naught N into I. Now consider this one as equation 1, this one as equation 2. Next, from equation 1 and 2. From equation 1 and 2. What is equation 1? Equation closed integral of magnetic field, vector magnetic field dot small length, that is L. Here also we are having same means, that is 2 pi r into b equal to mu naught into n into I here. Okay. Now what we have to find? We have to find the magnetic field B is equal to mu naught into I into N divided by remaining term 2 pi r. We are taking numerator on this side. We know 2 pi r is the circumference of a circle. Circumference of a circle we are taking here L is equal to 2 pi r. Means now we have to take 2 pi r is equal to L mu naught into I into N divided by L here. Okay. L is the length of a circle. Length of the circle is equal to 2 pi r. Instead of L we are having it 2 pi r. That's why we are taking 2 pi r value as equal to L here. Okay. That is B is equal to mu naught into I into N. Where N by L is equal to the small n. Small n is the where small n is the turn density. Therefore, B is equal to N into mu naught into R. Consider this one as equation 3. Therefore, equation 3 is the magnetic field due to a closed loop. Means along this the direction, the magnetic field is B is equal to N into mu naught into R. The inside the magnetic field and the outside of the magnetic field is equal to 0 here. This one is about a toroid. Toroid is known as an endless solenoid. It is an endless of a solenoid. This forms a n number of turns. The current I is moving through the circle. So n number of turns. It is having an inside radius and outside radius. Inside radius is R1 and outside next radius is R2. The magnetic field inside the magnetic field is 0 and outside magnetic field is 0. The magnetic field is produced in between number of turns and the circle. In this one, the magnetic field is produced. That magnetic field only we have to calculate here. That magnetic field is equal to N into mu naught into I. N is the number of turns, turn density. Number of turns per unit length is equal to N, that is turn density. Mu naught is the permeability. I is the current flowing through a circuit. I is the current flowing through a loop. Okay, I will stop here only. Next, continue in the next class.